Willie Howard Mays was born on May 6, 1931, in Westfield, Alabama, USA, to a family with deep roots in the South. Mays grew up in a time when the racial divide in America was firmly entrenched and opportunities for African Americans, especially in sports, were limited. Despite these challenges, Mays's natural talent for baseball became evident early in his life. He was raised in a baseball-loving family, and his father, who played semi-professional baseball, instilled a love for the game in Willie from a young age. Willie Mays's early exposure to baseball came on the sandlots of Birmingham, Alabama, where he honed his skills by playing alongside friends and older boys. His athleticism, combined with his sharp instincts and strong work ethic, set him apart from others. By the time he was a teenager, Mays was a star player on his high school team. However, his path to professional baseball would not be an easy one. In 1948, after a standout career in high school baseball, Mays signed a contract with the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro Leagues. His time with the Barons helped refine his skills and gave him valuable experience against some of the best African American talent of the era. Though he was young, Mays's performance was so impressive that it caught the attention of scouts from Major League Baseball, and he was soon offered a spot with the New York Giants in 1950. Transition to Major League Baseball. Willie Mays's transition from the Negro Leagues to Major League Baseball was a significant moment in the integration of the sport. He was signed by the New York Giants in 1950 and began playing in their minor league system. After a successful stint in the minors, Mays was called up to the big leagues in 1951, at the age of 20. His major league debut took place on May 25, 1951, against the Philadelphia Phillies, marking the beginning of what would become one of the most remarkable careers in baseball history. Mays quickly made a name for himself with his exceptional skills as a hitter, fielder, and base runner. In his first full season in 1951, Mays led the National League in home runs with 20, despite missing significant time due to injury. His ability to combine power with speed was unprecedented, and he became known for his electrifying play in the outfield, as well as his potent bat. Mays' 1951 season was also marked by a remarkable feat. He helped lead the Giants to a National League pennant, and the team ultimately lost to the New York Yankees in the World Series. However, his performance during the pennant race, including a dramatic home run in a critical game, was a sign of things to come. Mays's potential had become clear, and he was quickly established as one of the most exciting players in Major League Baseball. Career peak and main achievements. The 1950s and 1960s would come to define Willie Mays's career as he reached the peak of his playing days. Throughout this period, Mays consistently demonstrated why he was considered one of the greatest all-around players the game had ever seen. His combination of power, speed, and defensive ability made him a dynamic force on both sides of the ball. Mays's power at the plate was unmatched, and he quickly became known for his ability to hit home runs. In 1954, he won his first National League MVP award after hitting 41 home runs and driving in 110 RBIs, while also leading the league in runs scored and slugging percentage. He had developed into one of the most feared hitters in baseball, and his consistent production at the plate helped propel the Giants to the 1954 World Series, where they defeated the Cleveland Indians. Mays's performance during the World Series, including a key home run, cemented his status as one of the elite players in the league. Mays's all-around play on the field was another area where he excelled. His defensive prowess in center field became legendary. One of the most iconic moments of his career occurred in the 1954 World Series when he made a stunning catch, known as the catch, during Game 1. The play, which occurred at the Polo Grounds in New York, saw Mays sprinting toward the center field fence, turning around at the last moment to make a backhanded catch over his shoulder. This catch is often regarded as one of the greatest defensive plays in baseball history and showcased Mays's exceptional athleticism and instincts. Mays continued to dominate throughout the 1960s, earning multiple All-Star selections and continuing to be a major offensive force. By the time the 1960s came to a close, Mays had accumulated over 500 career home runs, becoming one of the few players in MLB history to reach that milestone. His offensive consistency remained high, and he became known for his remarkable durability, playing year after year at an elite level. He led the league in home runs on several occasions and consistently ranked near the top in batting average, runs, and RBIs. In addition to his impressive power numbers, Mays was also an excellent base runner. He had the ability to steal bases with speed and agility, and his 338 career stolen bases rank among the best in MLB history. This aspect of his game added to his versatility and made him a constant threat both on the base paths and at the plate. Mays's career also spanned several team relocations. After the Giants moved to San Francisco in 1958, Mays continued his stellar play in the Bay Area, where he became the face of the franchise. Despite some setbacks in team success, Mays continued to produce incredible individual seasons, and his presence in San Francisco helped solidify the Giants' place in the National League. Over the course of his career, Mays was named to 24 All-Star teams, tied for the most in MLB history. He won 12 Gold Glove awards for his exceptional fielding in center field, further cementing his reputation as one of the most complete players to ever play the game. In addition to his MVP award in 1954, Mays won several other honors throughout his career, including the Roberto Clemente Award for his humanitarian efforts. Final years and legacy. Willie Mays played for over 2 decades in Major League Baseball, with his final season coming in 1973. After spending the majority of his career with the San Francisco Giants, Mays finished his playing days with the New York Mets, where he spent his last 2 seasons. While his performance in his later years showed signs of decline, Mays's contributions to the Mets lineup were still valuable, and he remained an influential figure in the locker room. Mays's final game came in 1973, at the age of 42, after a remarkable 22 seasons in the majors. Despite his age, Mays's career numbers were staggering. He finished his career with 660 home runs, 903 RBIs, and 3,283 hits, placing him near the top of the all-time rankings in many categories. He also finished with a career batting average of .302, which further illustrated his consistency and longevity as one of the most prolific hitters of his era. Following his retirement, Mays remained closely involved in baseball, serving as a special assistant to the San Francisco Giants and participating in various community outreach efforts. His contributions to the game were recognized with numerous honors, including his induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979, where he was voted in by 94.7% of the voters, one of the highest percentages ever for a player. In the years following his induction, Mays's legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of the game continued to grow. His impact on the game, both on the field and off, was immeasurable. He served as a role model for future generations of African American athletes, and his pioneering efforts in integrating baseball and excelling as one of its brightest stars opened doors for many players to follow. His signature combination of power, speed, and defense changed the way baseball was played, and his place in the history of the game remains secure.